A look at the weekend's Premier League schedule. 4 games on Saturday. Action starting with Manchester City against West Ham. 5 on Sunday, including Liverpool's visit to last place Sheffield United. Won't be an easy trip, most likely, for Jurgen Klopp and company, if for no other reason than the growing injury list. Joran Henderson, the latest big name added to the list. He's out at least a month after surgery on his groin. Jurgen Klopp saying he's hopeful they can see Henderson back with the team before the season is out. Let's start in the studio. Stevie, right now, Liverpool 6th, 5 points out of the top 4. How worried are you, in light of Henderson's injury, about their top 4 chances?
I wouldn't say worried. I would say I've pretty much accepted that Liverpool are not going to get in the top 4.
Really?
Listen, with Henderson at centre-back, it was going to be a struggle anyway. But no offence to Phillips and Kabak, as individuals, neither of these two would probably get a game in any other Premier League side. And as a pair, they certainly wouldn't get a game in another Premier League side. And so, when you have that, how are you supposed to stop other teams scoring and creating chances? You know, in the middle of the park, yes, Liverpool is still good with the ball. But right now, without Henderson, without Fabinho, they can't stop anybody getting at the back line. And so you've got a back line that's creaking all over the place. You've got a goalkeeper as well who's going through a tough time. So I find it very difficult to see any light at the end of the tunnel as far as a top 4 place is concerned.
So you've got them finishing outside top 4?
I think so, yes.
Wow. Shaka, I want to bring you in here. Top 4, is this the straw that breaks the camel's back for Liverpool's hopes of making the Champions League next year?
Well, not the straw, but when you take into consideration Fabinho should be back very soon. Diogo Jota should be back right after him, and that gives Liverpool a much-needed boost, particularly at the centre-back position, where, as good as Henderson has been, I just feel, though Fabinho, not a natural centre-back himself, is the better option there. So maybe that brings, maybe that fills the void that this Henderson injury causes, and Jota is a spark that maybe Liverpool need. The only consolation for Liverpool here is that of the 3 teams vying for that 4th spot, including Chelsea and West Ham, I think Liverpool have the easiest of the run-ins between now and the end of the season. That being said, Liverpool have made very hard work of games that they really should have won up to now. So top 4 probably just about beyond reach, but that's because of how poor they've been.
Mark, what do you think? Top 4 still a realistic expectation for this Liverpool squad?
I think they have to win the next 2 games to have any chance, really. I think they have to beat Sheffield United on Sunday because they've lost 4 straight Premier League games. They have to stop that. They have to win at Sheffield United, bottom of the table. They can't not win there. And then it's Chelsea at home on Thursday at Anfield. Now, obviously, Chelsea versus Liverpool is a game that could define that race for 4th place. If Liverpool lose to Chelsea, I think they'll be too far behind. Now, if they can come through the next 2 games with 6 points, then I think they've got the confidence to believe they can go forward. As Shaka says, they've got players coming back. And, you know, Mo Salah's still the top scorer in the Premier League, so they do have positives. But I agree with Steve, at the back, they are so bad at the moment at the back. And it's affected the full-backs now, you know. Andy Robertson and Trent Alexander-Arnold have been exposed time and time again defensively, which that hasn't been the case in the past because they've had such a safety net there with Virgil van Dijk. Now, you can get at Liverpool down the flanks, and that they're really suffering at the back.
Thanks so much for watching ESPN on YouTube. And for more sports highlights and analysis, be sure to download the ESPN app. And for premium content and live streaming, subscribe to ESPN Plus.